Don't know what I'm doing here. There have been so many crazy changes in my life for literally the past like 2 months. And there's about to be even more crazy changes in my life because I'm moving to Austin in literally a month. I graduated from high school, I dyed my hair, I went to freshman orientation, and one of the craziest things of all, I actually got a job. Like a day after their grand opening, I started working at this place that opened up in my hometown called Boba Etc. Boba Etc. is, well, like it sounds, a boba shop. And we also serve rolled ice cream and shaved ice. If you live locally, why don't you come on down, support local businesses, because you're helping me by supporting where I work. Galaxy brain, folks. So anyways, boba has been one of my favorite things. Even before this place opened in Mount Pleasant, it has been one of my favorite things for years now. Anytime I'm in a big city where I can possibly get boba, I will get boba. Simply because it's so scarce where I am. It's like a delicacy because you can barely find it. Like I probably have to go an hour and a half if I want boba. Not now. Now all I have to do is drive 5 minutes from my house. And also I work there, so perks. I don't even know what I'm doing. Since this grand opening of Boba Etc. in Mount Pleasant, I've been getting a lot of questions from people that I know and people that I love dearly. And they've been like, oh, Nellie, should you really be drinking that? I heard about this one girl, she had to get surgery because she was drinking it. And like, oh, I heard that they don't digest at all and blah, blah, blah. I am making this video to set the record straight. Boba is not bad for you. I mean, obviously, like if you eat like 10 pounds of it, it'll probably be bad for you because that's how anything works, everything in moderation, folks. But boba itself is not inherently bad, like digestion wise. So the first thing I want to address is that there are 2 different types of boba that we serve at Boba Etc. And people often misconstrue the differences between them. Because on one hand we have popping boba, and on one hand we have chewy boba. So what's the difference between popping boba and chewy boba? Popping boba is a type of boba that is made using a spherification process in which there is this gel-like skin that forms around the juices of the boba. What you eat whenever they pop in your mouth, that's what you taste. I like to think of this skin around the boba like the skin on a grape. It's tasteless, basically, and its only purpose is to protect the inside so that you can get it from your straw to your mouth, pop it in there safely, and it doesn't pop everywhere in your drink. Obviously, like if you stab it on accident, it's gonna pop. But, you know, you take risks for these kinds of things, folks. You should have no trouble digesting popping boba. The gel-like skin that I was just describing is actually made from seaweed extract. So it's completely plant-based. It is plant-based materials. And a lot of people get popping boba confused with the chewy boba, which some people actually have had trouble digesting, which I will get to in a minute. But these 2 things are completely different animals and should be separated. You will not get any digestion problems from the popping boba. Then on the other hand, this hand, we have our chewy boba. Chewy boba is tapioca. It's basically a giant version to what you would get in tapioca pudding. That's it. It's just tapioca. And it is very tough, so we have to boil it in water and sugar and sometimes honey. One time Victor made it with honey. It was really good. I freaking love honey boba. That's besides the point. We have to boil it so that it gets soft, and then we put it in your drink. There have been cases of people not digesting chewy boba correctly. I will concede to that. There have been cases. But in our defense, the reason they had trouble digesting in the first place is because they were swallowing the boba whole. You're supposed to chew it. You are supposed to chew chewy boba. It's literally called chewy boba. You're supposed to chew it. And when you don't chew it, you don't digest it properly. On one hand, because whenever you chew, that's what starts the digestion process. I took like half a semester of nutrition, so I think I know what I'm talking about. The enzymes in your saliva begin to break down whatever food matter you're starting to chew. Second of all, it breaks it into smaller, more manageable pieces for your stomach. And that's not to say that the stomach just couldn't break it down. It's just when you have a lot of it and you drink it constantly, then it's gonna be a lot and it'll take a while for your stomach to digest it. And that girl who had to get surgery, she had months worth of chewy boba inside her stomach because she had not been chewing the boba. And that is why it is infamous, and a lot of people have been like, I don't know, I heard it causes digestion problems. That's why. And so the only thing I can tell you is chew your boba. Even if you have popping boba, chew it because it tastes good. Chew the chewy boba because it tastes good, and also you need to. And one last point I would like to make, because it personally is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine and my good friend and coworker Carson. Rolled ice cream and boba are not the same thing. Boba is the stuff that we put in your drink. Rolled ice cream is rolled ice cream. We've had several people be like, oh, the s'mores is the best boba. No, the s'mores is the best rolled ice cream. They're not the same thing, completely different things. Just wanted to put that out there, just clear up any confusion. Lord. So there you have it. Please stop saying that boba causes indigestion, because it doesn't. Anyways, that's all I had to say. I just really wanted to clear that up because boba is one of my newest passions. I love boba so much. Come on down to Boba Etc. Buy a drink. We're done here. It's sugar. Like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna cut that part out. I don't like that.